Can you perform 1,000 Years of Death?
Will you allow me to summon 2 mage hands at once?
That's the real
Not
question.
in your current position, but there is a magic item called Illusionist Bracers that state whenever you cast a cantrip, you may immediately cast that cantrip a second time.
And we are live.
Mm.
So anyway, I'm pretty sure it's the teaser, the pleaser, the shocker, the rocker, the spocker. I was always taught that the 3
Keep in mind you're on
1 was
air.
the showstopper. I don't
Oh,
care.
he knows. He's fully aware.
I'm pretty sure that was that. And then I do remember the minivan. And the My Heroes knew. I didn't know that one.
Which one's the one where you have one on either side, one on the little man in the boat, you pull him back and then let him rock forward on it?
I always thought that one was called the slingshot.
Chicken Little Bean Flicker?
What? I cursed myself with this.
Yes, you did.
Because I wanted the both of you in a game.
And not a day goes by that you. That's why, like, I was so happy when they lost my tunic at the gathering and they had to buy me a new one. I said, "Do they have an olive green one?" And they're like, "Why do you want olive green?" It's like, "Because he can't be here in person, but I'll have him be here in spirit."
All right. So welcome back, everybody, to the Versal Plane, where we will be playing the Quest for the Dawn Star yet again as our second session officially. Last session, because and I want to be there, and well, I'm the DM. So last session, our party had dropped down onto the planet Fjeldrof, which is a mountain planet, going into the cave that manifests in the Underdark style city cavern that is Fjell. And specifically the main town of Alderun. The party then proceeded to walk around a bit, explore, find out their bearings, learn a little bit, go to a bar and explore. A couple of the members decided to seek out a guard's tower in order to. Bobo was interested in seeing the wanted posters. Party, realizing that they need a little bit more clearance in order to do more things around town, realize they have to go to the Adventurers Guild. At which point they arrive at the Adventurers Guild, being told, all right, they can apply, but they must first fill out all their forms for identification in triplicate, as well as pay 5 gold pieces per guild card. And if they cannot write out their own paperwork, they must hire a translator for 200 gold pieces for the day to finish filling out the paperwork for them. And they must meet with an aptitude test analyst to make sure that their skills and abilities are what they say they are, and they aren't fluffing their applications.
Yeah, they
With that-
also said that we need to fill these jars, but they never said with what.
With that, the party heads back to a separate tavern, a new tavern, one that's a little more bougie, a little bit nicer, to sit down and fill in the paperwork as they wait for their last compatriot to show up on the planet, as well as they seem to have been caught behind for one reason or another. A new day starts with a long rest, and Habichu, you manage
Bless
to.
you.
You specifically managed to recall the pillbug pod that drops out of the damselfly ship, the Tranquility, onto the planet. You managed to recall that so that you might board it once again and go down onto the planet, as you had missed the original launch the day before.
I would have been here on time if you weren't. All mumblers every year, you mumble. Can't understand a damn thing you kids say. Brain rot shit. What the hell
Making
is a cat and a glizzy?
Making it onto the planet's surface, the pillbug lands in what is a very large crater, where most pods seem to land at a regular basis. There are stairs and steps to get up to the pathway leading into a tunnel and into the city as a whole. Do you speak Undercommon?
To open my thingy. Common, sign language, and draconic. No.
Hey, sign
So
language.
there is some strange writing above the tunnel leading in, but otherwise as it appears of many people walking in and out of this tunnelway, it is the entrance to Fiel itself. Walking along in line, basically, you notice that there are two large crystalline structures on either side of the pathway and guards standing next to it. Every now and then, you'll hear a buzzer beep off as someone walks through, but the guards don't seem to do much about it. Is there anything you would like to
Okay.
do going from here, or just walking through?
I'm going to blithely continue walking while bitching about whippersnappers and just keep on going where I think I'm supposed to go because I can't hear shit. Everyone's
Uh,
mumbling.
as you walk between these two crystalline structures, you hear that loud beep go by as the guards seem to look at you as you continue to walk through.
My character must really be shining through right now because I didn't hear shit. You just said.
So as you are walking through these two crystalline structures,
Mhm.
you hear another loud beep go off as you're walking through it. The guards seem to look at each other and look at you and watch as you continue to walk by until you're about another 50 feet past, and when their attention goes back to the next people.
Yeah. I was about to say, as I'm walking through, when I hear that thing, it startles me because it's so loud. I release an old man fart so vile it could peel the varnish off a Foot Locker, and I just keep on going.
There was a group of people behind you, and they're still behind you, just a lot farther back now.
Too many prunes, I swear.
Walking into the city, it is a lively city. The ceiling is this crystal moss stalactites that seem to give off a bioluminescent glow of their own that's kind of ripples across the ceiling, creating almost a day and night cycle of their own. And there's people bustling through, carts are going back and forth. You can see in front of you, if you were to walk another 300 feet, there seems to be this opening to a bazaar where there are multiple different pop-up booths that seem to sell all kinds of random things. Off to your right, there seems to be a large tower scanning the entire city, and there is a directional post about 150 feet in front of you that seems to point in a handful of directions.
Hmm. Do I know where I'm supposed to go?
You have no idea. They kind of just abandoned you.
Fucking whippersnappers never say anything worth listening to, and I can't hear when they say anything anyway. I'm just gonna go to the Adventurers Guild and post a notice that I'm at the nearest inn to the guild.
So, do you ask for directions while looking for the Adventurers Guild, or do you just wander around until you find something that looks like it's probably an Adventurers Guild?
Well,
Then,
seeing as how everyone always mumbles when they talk to me, I just wander around.
all right. Almost everything is written in Undercommon, and that's why it's a little bit more difficult to find your way about. Give me a perception check.
Perception. Is it passive perception?
No. On your skill itself,
Oh,
underneath nature is perception. On the bright side, you're not listening for anything, so you're not disadvantaged.
10. Well, I can't hear anything.
Fair. Um, you wander for quite some time, actually. In that time, I will come back to you. The rest of the group, um, Bobo, Bella, Mav, is it Mav or Maeve?
Mav.
Mav. You all wake up and get ready to get some coffee. You notice Pebble is not in either of the rooms this time around. Um, you remember her saying something about going to find a church and then disappearing.
I think the first instinct would be, did names again? Did Bella accidentally like absorb Pebble? but then remembering that they were going to find a church, it's like, oh, thank gods.
I catch him
Bella,
looking at, I see him looking at me funny, and I glare at him.
Bella, do me a favor, roll d4. -1.
Oh, digital.
You got nothing for today.
No mushrooms.
All right. The group of you wake up. You have most of your paperwork filled out. You have the remaining paperwork. Bobo, you have your chest of indeterminate amount of money that needs to be unlocked.
I slept with it like in my arms all night.
You just care about the chest. The money inside is not as important.
Did they accidentally squeeze it so it's now like more rounded?
It's a wooden chest. At least it feels like the texture of wood, but seems to have the strength of steel.
That's why I asked. It just kind of creaks.
Yeah. It maintains its shape. What do you three do? Do you want to head down for breakfast? Do you want to immediately out, be hunting down Barbados, or do you want to go to the guild hall immediately to try to fill in whatever you can?
Well, we don't have the money for a translator at the moment.
And we did pay for a package that included breakfast.
Yes. We
Yeah,
are
we're
missing one, and we are waiting for, well, assuming he didn't die sleeping. He's an old guy. So hopefully he catches up with us. Does he know where we're at? Shit.
No. To be fair, we didn't even know where we were going. We said, "Hey, we're leaving now," and he didn't move. So
Well, maybe
And
we have breakfast and stop back by the Adventurers Guild, drop off what we have so far until we get the rest of the paperwork done.
hey guys, look, found a tiny hammer.
And in reality, it's like, a two-handed sledge.
It's a gnome hammer.
Oh God, where's Pebbles?
Speaking of which, hey guys, tiny hammer.
Where's
Remind me
hammer?
of Pebble.
Pebbles. Oh God, where's Pebbles? I didn't lay on him, did I? No, he's not under the sheets again. That could only happen so many times before it was an accident. Excuse just doesn't.
So, are you guys
Well,
going to go breakfast first?
I suggest we go down and get something to eat.
Yeah, breakfast, maybe stop by Adventurers Guild, and then probably figure out how to open that box.
So that we can afford a translator.
Yeah. If it wasn't so damn expensive to have somebody, write in a language they already know.
Oh, they definitely know how to make their money around.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, most people don't work for free.
They don't.
We don't.
We don't.
No, we don't.
Wait,
I heard the captain's hanging on to your money.
You've been getting paid this entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where do you think our money comes from?
Well, this is awkward.
There's
You
a
haven't
Captain's favorite.
you haven't been eating the small coins that he gives you. They're not wafers.
He's been giving y'all coins?
Yeah.
He just pats me on the head, says good job, and
You feel
I
warm
just
and fuzzy inside?
yeah, and then I just go to my room. Kind of figured that's what everyone was doing.
He still feeds you, right? Or lets you eat in the galley?
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, at least there's that.
I
Yeah, I
mean,
hate to
give
bring- I
it give
hate
it
to
as
bring-
long as
I
we've
hate to
all
cast
worked
my dog
together.
give
I
us
feel
that.
like you would have seen me in the galley. You would know the
I don't-
answer to the question.
It gets kind of boring on the ship, so I just kind of eat and run away.
You and I
I'll-
are very different parts of the ship.
Um,
You should go over to this guy Douglas's room. I watch him try to cast fireball. It's hilarious.
When we get back, I'll do that. Sounds fun.
Is anyone else hungry, or is it just me?
Oh no, I'm
I
starving.
imagine we were walking down to breakfast at this point.
as you guys get down to the tavern area of the inn, it's a little quieter. There's some older people to they what the hell is your problem? Can I help?
Talking to your Wi-Fi on that one?
No, my cat.
Because it's like we heard
I think
ding
you can have a
dong
talk with
dong
your
ding.
Wi-Fi,
What the
though.
hell is your problem?
Yeah, tell the cat to straighten its tail. Your signal's fucked up.
To the east, motherfucker,
Sure.
the east.
Blame the cat.
So as you come downstairs, there are a few people there already. There seem to be older individuals. They seem like they're regulars, they're early birds and whatnot. It's not quite as rowdy, but you do see people coming and going. The tavern's got maybe half a dozen people in it right now, not including staff, and there's only the barkeep himself and one or two waitresses walking around. It's still very lavish with lots of purple and red velvet felt all over the place. Some leather chairs for the booths.
Well, let's just hope breakfast is better than dinner.
I mean, dinner was great. Abortions could have been a little better though.
It's like, yeah, well, it was a little overcooked.
I mean, beats roadkill.
Do you taste stuff?
How do you know what roadkill is? How do you know what roadkill tastes like?
Yeah, I feel like after all these years we've worked together have really amounted to sweet fuck all in terms of getting to know each other.
That's probably fair.
I mean, this is you we're talking about.
Yeah, I feel like I'm not a hard person to read. I was a blacksmith. I went camping a lot. I can't read.
Well, we know that part.
Do you
I
guys
don't understand. I don't understand how Mav doesn't understand me. Doesn't understand me yet. Again, 3 years.
I mean, you're a mic in it. What's there not to understand?
You're a fun
No,
guy. But you guys sit down at a booth, at a table, or at the bar. It makes a difference.
They have a bar.
They do in fact
Definitely
have
at the bar.
I sit at the bar.
The bar is this like hard dark oak countertop with stools that have a back to them that swivel in place. And the barkeep walks up and asks you, it's good to see you again. What can I get for you this morning?
Question. This wouldn't be my
I'm
hug.
gonna say where there's the most, but there's more people.
I'm just sitting there, kind of picking at the bar table top. I'm like, hey, this is a mahogany, is it?
No, sir. In fact, this is a dark oak harvested directly from the mines of Caldor.
That would make
But
a really good handle.
But no, if you wish for mahogany, I do suggest heading down to one of the carpenters along this side of the Silver District.
I
They
might have
tend,
to do that.
they tend to have some of the more quality woods, mahogany, ironwood, and
Ooh,
different
I am.
outsources of redwood.
Oh, talk about a handle. That'd make a good one.
Purple Heart is my favorite.
All right. Well, now that's out of the way. What have we got for eats?
Ah, yes. For this, for the breakfast, we have a variety of baked breads and goods and bagels of different forms. We also have a quail egg omelet, and in if you are looking for something more robust, we do have um a minotaur steak.
And how much is that?
The minotaur steak directly, or one of the other two.
The Minotaur steak.
That will run you about 1 moment. 7 gold for a plate.
I thought breakfast was included with the room.
That was dinner.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah.
There is the continental breakfast, as you can see over on the wall. It is oatmeal cereal and and scones.
So, yes, steak. Go with steak. Yeah.
Wait, what were the options again? I
There
remember the
Barely.
there's fresh baked breads and bagels and other pastry style breakfast goods. There is a quail egg omelet and there's the minotaur steak.
I'll take an omelet.
The omelet will run you 5 gold pieces.
Mav just goes over and raids the continental breakfast. He,
All right, fair enough.
he's like bread that doesn't have mold on it. That's great.
The
Uh,
scones taste like a little bit of stale bread to it. The oatmeal is just basic oat with some hot water, and there's a wheat based cereal.
by God, he's getting his money's worth.
So yeah, that's 7 gold from Bobo and 5 gold from Bella.
Okay. I want to do something. I don't want you to question me.
I'm
I'm
poor
still
now.
going, but go for it.
Okay. I want to roll perception.
All right. For what?
Okay. I think it's like I rolled. It was a 6. I think I catch a strange scent in the air, but dismiss it.
Does it smell like an alligator handbag that's been left out in the rain?
Almost. Almost a little bit of prunes too.
So good thing you rolled that
Ah.
perception, because I was going to hop over to Havertue. You're looking around for where you find people who seem to be in like cloaks or armor or whatnot, walking to and from for a building. You assume that that's likely what an Adventures Guild would be about, and you come across this Tudor style building with reds and purple lace for the curtains and a mix of concrete and hardwood creating the walls and a thatched roof on it, and you can kind of hear people talking inside. um it's not very clear what anybody's saying. It's conversations. You saw some old people walking in as well. Old people, they're still younger than you.
Okay, I'll go in there.
We had to drive that point home.
um Walking in, you see lavish carpets and curtains and drapes of reds and purples, leather bound chairs and dark oak furniture for tables, and you see sitting at a bar a Goliath, a large Myconid, and raiding the continental breakfast buffet is a tiefling.
There may be various things like bulging out of his pockets now, and like 3 in one hand, and
They They kind of look familiar. You can't tell. Your glasses are a little smudged.
Well, I'm hungry anyway, so I'm gonna go and register for the breakfast.
Ah, welcome, sir. How may we help you here today?
I smell prunes again.
Can I eat here?
Mav starts sniffing the items like,
Absolutely.
where is that prune coming from?
We have a variety of choices for breakfast today. We have plenty of fresh baked goods, including breads and bagels and unlike. We also have a quail egg omelet or a minotaur steak breakfast.
Fish fried woods and minotaur cakes?
No. A quail omelet or minotaur steak.
You want me to wear what kind of pajamas?
Would you like a menu?
I summon a mage hand and it just cups behind my ear hole. Ah!
Would you like a menu, sir?
Oh, no, I want the buffet.
Ah, of course. That is complimentary with a room stay.
Oh, well, I had a room here. Yeah, I did. Must have.
I just turn and see him. Hey, Sneezy, how'd you get here?
I'm turning and the mage hand's just flapping around like a giant Mickey Mouse ear. Who's that?
And what was your room number, sir?
Does Mav hear them asking this?
Yes, because they have to ask quite loudly. Everyone can hear this conversation.
Mav's gonna call out his room number.
Ah, I see. In that
Yeah,
case,
yeah, there
enjoy
was
the buffet.
there was 4 of us that checked in yesterday. I don't know if you were here.
Yeah, good. And I walk over to the buffet, and the mage hand's still hovering by my ear. Start loading up.
Hey, it's a good thing Pebbles wasn't here this morning. He's cranky when he's not fed. I mean, he's always cranky.
I'm looking for the prunes. I'm like heaping plate of prunes.
There is some fresh fruit, though. Only like a couple oranges and bananas. Mostly untouched.
Have to stay regular. Just heaping it on.
I don't think staying regular is your problem.
I think you're regular enough as is.
Sound familiar. Now I got my tray and I'm looking around for a place to sit.
Then just like over there next to the bar, I'm like,
Is that the big one?
hey, Sneezy, come here.
Yeah, you notice both the. How tall are you, Bobo? Like 6 foot something, 7 feet.
7 something.
And I believe Bella is 8 feet tall.
8 feet, yeah.
You see,
Must be
your
him. I
two
recognize
giant-
that mumble anywhere.
I'm a giant purple mushroom.
your 2 giant compatriots.
I get over there and I'm looking at the mushroom. Scooch over before I sprinkle some petrochlorophenol on you.
Ah, there he goes, making up words again.
It's the most commonly used fungicide in the world.
You understood
Why
me?
are we talking about fungicides?
I like your funny words, Magic Man.
Yeah, I like your funny words, Magic Man.
So would you guys like to fill in Habichu on what he missed for yesterday?
Yes, let's attempt to do so.
I'm sitting there and the mage hand is shoveling prunes into my mouth while I sit there and just
Wait. Bella knows sign language.
yeah,
Yes,
I know
yes,
common
I
sign
do.
language.
Yeah, so
Bella and
you
Habichu
are
can communicate.
the designated communicator to Haberchu.
The problem is he also has bad eyesight.
I
That's
have
okay.
glasses.
I mean, if Ellen
Thanks,
Keller
like I
could
said.
figure it out, so can he.
So I I attempt to sign to him that we are sign to him. Yesterday we got paperwork to sign to attempt to join the guild so that we can actually do any sort of work around here.
Ooh, tell him about the part where I beat a guy in arm wrestling.
And Bobo beat a guy in arm wrestling, and now we have a magically sealed chest,
That's semantics.
Oh,
presumably full of gold.
so I give her the hand signals. Oh, okay, here we go. And I toss my talking skull Mimir in the air.
Mimir? Yeah.
Yep.
All right. As it floats in front of you, you can, I believe you can ask it any question you want.
How do I open this chest?
Like, you can ask it anything about the planes, and you can ask it anything about legends.
Legends, I thought it could answer me.
While the device is floating, you can
lore
actually cast
from the
legend
device.
lore.
Oh, legend lore, not about. Cast
But
legend lore.
I am willing to let it be useful in other terms. It just kind of this ornate skull of crystal and emerald with streaks of green throughout clear crystal, kind of cracks and shakes and sparks as its eyes flicker into lighting up, and it breathes through a hollow speaking tone of seek is a spell. Seek for knock. And
Did anybody hear shit this thing said? It always mumbles.
Mav goes and knocks on the box. What are you talking about?
You hear it like a solid, a hollow sound echoing inside of it as you knock on it, like knocking on a hollow wooden box.
Does it jingle it all inside?
If you pick it up and shake, yeah.
Okay. Hey, we knocked and nothing happened.
Did you knock 4 times?
Oh no, only 3. Let's try 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
No,
Anything?
that's 7.
No, that's 4. I promise.
No, you did 3 and then you did 4. That's 7.
But I stopped in between. It resets when you stop.
Yeah, but does the box know that?
If you're getting a
I know that, and
spanking
you know
and your
that.
mom
The box
starts
looks way
over,
stupid.
what number do you count?
Nothing seems
What's
to happen
mom?
knocking on it.
Well, no, but I mean, in between talking, if I have time to fuck up again, it doesn't count.
Do you know what this knock we're supposed to be trying to find is, Haberchew?
Could be a name.
That's you.
That's what I said.
Fair enough.
No, what if knock is a name?
Could it have something to do with the guy who gave you the box?
I don't know. I didn't get his name.
Oh, it could be his
Barbasol.
name then.
That is Barbasol or something like that.
I do have a question because I can't tell. Was I cutting out during that answer?
You
No,
were,
but
but I
somebody
couldn't
was-
understand.
Somebody was talking over you for a second.
All right, I can repeat it if you guys want.
Yes.
Yeah, 'cause I
Yes,
didn't
in
hear it.
in a clearer voice, please.
What you seek is a spell. Seek out knock.
So a spell called knock. Huh.
Or someone named Knock.
But no, they said what you seek is a spell. Seek out knock. So I'm assuming the spell that we
Well,
are seeking is called knock.
this knock person could have the spell.
There are weirder names.
Do that is true.
Well, I say
Damn thing
we should.
mumbles.
I say
I
we
grab it,
should
put it
go
away.
ask the person who gave Bobo the box and see
Yeah,
if
Barbados.
they talk to us.
Barbados was the guy. He
Uh,
said he runs the gladiator rings.
in the Bronze District.
Yeah.
Well,
So
let's figure out where that. Let's figure out where that is, and let's go there. That's right now. That's our main stuff. Right now, we need. Right now, that's our biggest hope of getting enough money to be able to afford a translator.
Oh, wait a minute. I was wondering. Isn't Sneezy here a wizard?
yeah, think so. You know magic, right?
What? Yes, it is tragic.
Yeah. Yes, we're all very sad. But hey,
Do you know?
do
Like I
magic
signed you.
tricks.
I signed him. Do you know magic?
Oh, then I sign back. Of course.
Do you know a spell called knock or somebody named knock?
That
Hey,
for signing back, that
Mushroom.
would be a no and a no.
He says no.
Do you know of the spell? I'm funneling all this through Bella.
Yep, if I'm talking to her in sign language, it's clear as day. No, I don't know of a spell named knock.
Hmm.
He says
Well-
no, and frankly, I haven't heard of one. Frankly, I haven't heard of a spell called knock either.
Well, that settles it then. I swear though, if we start going around asking individuals, we see if they know knock. If they actually knock on something, I'm going to stab them.
That's fair enough. Just don't let anybody else see you stab them.
Let's just look. Let's just go to the gladiatorial pit, like to the gladiatorial arena or whatever, and speak to
So-
Barbados.
While we're here, we're in an inn right now.
Correct.
Yeah.
A very fancy one.
Very fancy one. Okay. Then what I would want to do wouldn't work here.
All right.
I'm just happily letting the mage hand drop prunes into my. Just
Meanwhile,
You're-
after in between talking to everybody, I'm looking at the guy behind the bars like, look,
I completely forgot that you weren't here session one, so we couldn't introduce your character. For people watching now and half an hour into the video catching on, Habachu, would you mind describing your character real quick?
Haberchu is an incredibly aged gold dragonborn that is very, very hard of hearing and good-natured, but rather curmudgeonly.
Thank you. I realize that everyone here doesn't know that you're a Dragonborn yet. And now they should.
but no, while
If they don't, then they're a lost cause.
while they're deciding that, I turn to the guy behind the barkeep with my steak, and I'm like, look, I'm not saying it's a bad steak. I'm not saying I'm not going to eat it. I'm just saying you might want to think about going into cobbling if this is how you're going to cook it.
Well, there does tend to be a downside to Minotaur steak, as Minotaurs do have a high bacterial content to them. They must be cooked at a rather scorching 200 degrees Fahrenheit for at least 40 minutes in order to get rid of all bacteria inside of them. At that
Oh,
point,
no.
the texture is not necessarily one people enjoy, but the flavor is one you cannot find elsewhere.
Oh, no, see, it's real simple. What you do is, after you kill the Minotaur, instead of loading it on the back of the cart, you stick it under the horse's saddle. And then you ride it back. That way it super tenderizes the meat so that when you cook it up at that degree, it doesn't toughen it. It still keeps a little bit of softness to it.
And all that horse hair adds extra fiber.
Oh, yeah, he knows a lot about that.
I'm sure we can pass that along to our distributor, but we are not the ones who procure the meat directly.
I just pass it on to whoever. But I'm telling you, you do that. 17 a steak. That's all I'm saying. No one would complain.
Understood. Can I help you with anything else for today?
Yeah. Do you know of a spell called knock?
Um, I myself am not a spellcaster, so I cannot say that I am familiar with all forms of spell.
I mean, it never hurts to ask.
Okay, a better question is: Do you know where the gladiatorial arena is in the Bronze District? Or where we
Oh,
might find the Bronze District?
yes. The Bronze District, the thug rings. Yes, if you wish to go seek them out, if you head down across the way, head towards the bazaar, keep heading through it, and on the opposite side from where we are here in the Silver District, you will find the Bronze District, where the less than savory tend to find themselves. And just listen for the fighting; you'll find it very quickly.
I think we might have been. I think it's about where we started.
No, we started near the bazaar.
I didn't think it was that weird.
The market, the big market.
Oh, the shops. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a different kind of fighting.
Eh,
Thank
There
you for
is
thank you for the information.
there's another tavern over that way that's not too far from the ring, and I'm sure they can assist you more so with the directions.
Would that be the Black and Boar?
Yes, in fact, that is.
Oh,
That's
so that
the
is where
place we start
started.
out at.
Ah, well, I appreciate that you would choose our patronage over theirs.
Oh yeah, no, you don't sleep at inns like that. You know, you wake up itch.
So,
Okay, somebody else can talk now.
So
Are we leaving now?
Yeah, grab a few
I
few
think by
prunes for
this
the
point I would
road.
say I've absorbed my omelet.
Yeah, I shoved the rest of the prunes into my bag, and as we're leaving, as we walk by the snooty maitre d', I let go one of the hottest silent hissers that you have ever beheld. Like
Having
you can practically feel the heat before the smell hits you.
having felt the change in pressure in the room, everyone cover up.
Oh,
as you're
or-
doing that,
Mav tries to head out before him. Just
I walk quickly so it does not enter my pores.
as you let out a not so
Oh,
silent but just as deadly, um, the as you're doing so, your breast pocket starts to shift and move about on you as a purple bubble of slime just kind of emerges out of it with that's with a overly animatic face that just starts coughing and wheezing as it flutters its way over and crawls onto Bella's shoulder.
Like, I'm leaking.
It appears that Skittles has decided to hitch a ride on Habichu on his way down to the planet.
to say like, oh like God, they told me that would stop happening after I stopped taking the pills.
I shield poor Skittles with my hands.
I'm
And
just walking behind him like, it's warm today.
now you have about a foot tall little blob plasmoid who is sticking with you.
as
blends in
displayed on the
with you.
screen.
Thank you.
Okay, so apparently the next time we do a D&D campaign, my character has to be played straight-laced. I can't be chaotic
Why is that?
because it's gonna fuck with so many people when I do.
I mean, last time your last character was pretty straight laced.
I know, right? No one ever got to see him.
Yeah, too bad. Maybe we'll hear about him in this campaign.
Yeah, he ain't so straight-laced no more.
Not so him anymore either.
Nope.
With that being said, as you guys are heading out, are you going straight toward the Bronze District, or was there anywhere else you want to look around and stop at first?
Well, I'm all
Get
set
the
to go ahead
job done.
to the District so we can actually like accomplish something today.
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe it'll give us some money along the way too. So
So heading through the bazaar, you notice new booths this time around. None of the booths from yesterday seem to be back up today. It's almost as if there's a rotating schedule of who's allowed to be in what spot each day, um, of some kind, or maybe it's first come first serve. You can't really tell, but the booths this time around have ornate glassware and silver goods of different kinds, chalices and jewelry. There seems to be somebody selling fruit that you do not recognize. Some weird orange fruit that seems not like a normal orange, but a little bit like a more smooth skin to it. Um, you see a couple myconoids selling mushrooms of some kind.
Are they
Making
homegrown?
it.
Um, do you pass through to the other side? Do you want to walk around the bazaar first, or what?
Yeah, might as well poke our nose around the bazaar. I can say hi.
Um,
I can say hi to members of my own species.
okay, well, I think I'm gonna stick with y'all today. Don't nothing look the same.
yeah, this is
Hey, are
quite
those
the
glow oranges?
place. If you hit somebody hard enough with them, they might be.
Fair enough. Um,
They're not exactly meant to be weapons.
Anything's a weapon if you're creative enough.
so yeah, walking around, you see, as I said, those different vendors. You notice someone who seems to be hyping up their magic items, and something about these items seems a little bit less than magical. They seem more, baz- they seem more mundane, less interesting. Someone's selling a form of like smoked jerky. Um, there's there are people selling, there are multiple different vendors selling different forms of jewelry, from lace wear um, to fine wire thread, to even some lapidaries seem to have set up their shops there selling cut gemstones.
Mav is going to take a peek at the not so magical items to see if he can basically tell if they are just straight not magical and he's kind of hyping them up a lot, or if they're like minorly or old.
Ah, hello, hello, welcome. Come, come. I have many uh, strange and unique magic items. Come, this, and he holds up this can tube. This is enchanted with a temporal sort of magic that can keep. It is an enchantment magic that will keep whatever you put into it. It'll stay warm all day long or cold all day long.
That's the thermos.
As
Yeah.
he's
Then
talking, I sneak by and I cantrip him with friendship.
you cast friendship.
Mhm.
You cast friends.
Yeah, the
All right,
cantrip.
making sure. Uh, must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be charmed for the duration. Let's see. I'm rolling a different die. I can't read this one. Um, before people ask questions, this is how the die is. It is actually very difficult to read.
Why do you have that?
I don't know.
Because it looks pretty.
Yeah, this one's a lot easier to read. I'll roll this one.
Hey,
10 plus. Okay. Does a 12 succeed? What is your what is the score that has to be beat?
uh,
What is your save DC?
save DC. What? Where do I find that?
In your spells.
It'll be the third number along the top of them.
Save DC is 13.
All right, then he fails, which means that he is charmed.
Oh, I ain't saying shit to him yet. I'm just letting what's his face talk to him. But now he's friendly.
So I'm looking for something that has a little bit more oomph to it.
We have this, and he pulls out this large black wheel. This you fashion it on the outer side of your wagon wheels, and it keeps them sturdy and strong for quite some time.
Ah. No, no, no. No, how about scrolls? You got any scrolls?
Scrolls. No, I have no scrolls. But I do have this, and he holds up this clear rock with some metal pieces on it, and it's like, all you have to do is enchant this with some lightning energy, and it glows for an indefinite amount of time.
I see. Mav is going while he's prattling on about the different items, he's been scanning the table for the most valuable item there,
It all
which
looks
I'm
like
not.
junk. It's the most interesting thing is what looks like a brick, with buttons on it.
Hmm. Well, I'll have to keep moving, friend. Good luck
Hey,
selling your junk.
hey, let me ask you a question. Do you know a guy named Virgil used to squiz items?
Oh,
Okay, that's a no. No, just you got a similar vibe about you as another guy that sold magic wares and stuff. Hey, what's with the brick?
yes, this it is it's a sending stone, but it is missing its pair, but it is indestructible.
Yeah, I noticed. What's this ancient inscription across the top of it there? What is that?
Nokia.
It might be.
Uh,
I was just thinking, is this a Nokia?
yeah, yeah. Thanks for stepping on the joke. I was gonna have to say, it's something like Nakaya. Oh, sounds fancy.
It's worn away. I can't pronounce it. It's from
Well, you said it was-
it's from an ancient
sorry,
civilization.
I thought you said it was indestructible.
It can still have wear and tear. It works if you
No,
can
that kind of
find
thing that kind of spits in the face of being indestructible if you can be scuffed.
something being damaged does not mean it is destroyed.
No, but it means it took damage, which is indestructible. You shouldn't be able to take any damage at all. Yeah, I'm not tripping on this, right?
No, you're thinking of invulnerable. Invulnerable takes no damage. Indestructible cannot be destroyed.
Okay, I feel like we're just splitting hairs here. If you were
Oh,
invulnerable and
if
you
you're
couldn't
looking to
take
split
damage,
hairs,
then
I have this. And
by default you would be
Like,
indestructible because if you couldn't
don't
take
mind
damage,
him,
you
he
couldn't be
agreed.
destroyed.
as soon as you said split hairs, this
No,
this
but he's
kobold that's trying to sell you items is immediately goes under the table trying to find something, and you hear like pots and pans start banging on the
no,
concrete.
it's like when he starts doing that, like I kind of turn and I'm walking off. But if you're like invulnerable, you can't take damage. Would say destruction is a big out. That you should be indestructible too. Like, and that's what I'm saying. I'm just walking off.
No, no, I get you, Bobo.
How could something be scratched if it's indestructible? I mean, parts of it have been destroyed. That's what I'm getting at.
I roll my
I,
eyes and
I
I roll my eyes and I progress to something more productive.
let's go to go to a place where things can be destroyed. The gladiator
I would like
pits.
to go see the Mike, see the that booth run by Mike and it.
So you're heading to where the other myconids are as well.
Yes.
All right. As you head over, you notice two myconids. One is quite short and has a gray tone to it. The other one is a lot taller and very thin and has a green tone. They seem to have an array of mushrooms uh, out on their booth.
Hmm.
You see some that look similar to chicken of the wood. You see some shelf mushrooms, some anoke, just quite the variety.
Okay.
As you approach, you hear in your head the kin, what brings you here?
It's like, it's like shopping around, but it is always nice to see some. But it's always nice to see kin.
Do you wish? Are your supplies low? Would you wish to procure more?
Like, I would be interested.
'Tis 2 silver apiece.
Hmm. And how many
Meanwhile,
options?
everybody else is just seeing mushroom people staring at each other. You hear nothing.
Credit, how many different options are there on the table?
There's about 7 or 8 different styles of mushroom.
Hmm.
About 5 of each on display.
So one of each. That would be like 10. You know what? I'll take one of each.
All right. So that will be. Let's say on. Oh, we'll err on the low end, so that's 7 different styles. So 7 silver.
Conveniently, that's exactly how many silver I have. Without having to break down my gold.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough.
This-
All right. 7 silver for one of each.
Yes, and you gain 7 magic mushrooms.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do any of them know knock?
Like, one of my companions is insisting that I ask. Insisting that I ask if you know a spell called knock.
I know of that spell, though I am not prepared to cast one today. It is a spell known for unlocking uh, those things that have been magically or mundanely closed.
Hmm.
Mundane.
It's like, do you know where one might find the knowledge of such a spell?
Seek a wizard or seek a scroll.
All right.
That's all you really get.
It's like,
What'd they say?
thank you, kid. It's like, well,
Blessed
they
day.
said, blessed day.
Virtue's just walking up to random merchants making change.
Yeah, all everyone else sees is just standing, staring, staring, staring. Passes coins, passes mushrooms, standing, staring. I look
Little me
at
standing
him,
there looming
and
he
over them,
looks at
staring
me.
down at them.
And then at that one point, I'm just like, hey, ask if any of them know knock.
and there's just more staring.
Yeah, because it's like not an uncommon view for us. Just
Because myconids communicate telepathically.
Does
Like, in order to find the spell knock, we need to further consult our wizard friend, or locate a scroll that has the spell.
well, that guy back there doesn't look like anything actually magical on him. Assume if we're gonna find anything of any real magical value, we're not gonna find it over here near the Bronze District.
that's probably true, but there could be a hidden gem in a book dealer or something of that nature. I don't I don't know. Uh, and on that note, while the staring contest was happening and the passing of mushrooms, Mav would have tried to look for somebody who's selling paper items or books, even if they were secondhand.
There does seem to be someone selling parchments and ink, but no one directly selling books.
Okay, but just parchment and inks,
Correct.
not anything filled out. Okay.
If you're seeking out scrolls and books themselves, you're looking for something a little bit more high end, as script
Yeah.
is a little bit harder to come by. printing press hasn't been invented in this setting, so you have to hire a scribe to copy down what's already been written.
Yeah, I was just seeing if somebody was selling some old ratty books and maybe they had something amongst their things that he
Fair
could barter for. But not seeing anything like that. Let's we could go to a more expensive or a higher end place, or we can go see if they'll unlock that box for us that you want. What are you thinking, Bobo?
I mean, I'll tell you right now. I don't trust the people I got this box from very much. I'd say we try to exhaust our other options before we resort to talking.
They're probably locked. They're trying to get you to come to them.
Yeah, I mean, I might be an idiot, but I'm not stupid.
Maybe they need something from somebody of your talents. That can be worth more than unlocking a box.
Well, here's the thing. If we could get this open, if it's enough gold, I could get parts to replace all of our weapons. Should the
True.
need arise.
It's just a matter of how much the knock spell or the service would cost.
It's also
Are there any like maps or signs nearby pointing towards?
There are some signs,
But we can't read them.
that are all in Undercommon.
Gotcha.
So the Myconid can read it for you.
Would we have passed any stores like that on our way to the Bronze District?
To the from the silver to the bronze district, you
Yeah. I
you
mean,
might
I'm
pass
willing to
a
roll.
couple blacksmith shops, though most of them are currently closed due to lack of forging.
Material. Yeah.
Not material, but lack of
Yeah.
fire,
Heat. Yeah.
heat.
Adequate heat.
Someone's turned off the gas supply. Um,
At the parchment and ink supplier, he'll ask, "Are there any bookshops in the Silver District
oh, bookshops.
or scrolls?"
See, if you're looking for a book, you would want to find the library. To be part of the library, you must be part of the guild because they keep that under lock and key. But if you're looking
Fucking
for
guild.
scrolls, you might want to seek out one of the scholars, one of the many visitors that are here in town.
Do
But
they
for that,
congregate in an area?
most of them congregate in the Gold District. That is over by where the
Oh.
mayor's town, where the mayor and the other nobility tend to live.
Well, we have a pretty venerated fellow here with us. He's an old hat at the magic trade, so hopefully we can do something. Much obliged for the info.
Absolutely. Can I offer you in a never-ending inkwell?
you broke up there. What'd you say?
Can I offer,
Never-ending inkwell.
can I interest you in a never-ending inkwell?
Hmm.
I
Is it
swear
really
it's like-
never-ending, or is it never-ending like this other guy over here?
I just wanted to be over there and be like, I swear it's almost like he's speaking common, but
It is, I do promise, it is very much an enchanted item that does not ever run out of ink. There's
What'll that cost?
only 2,500 gold pieces.
Sweet Christ.
And I hear that, and as I'm hearing it, I kind of reach forward and grab the inkwell, and I just start pouring ink.
Sir, I would request that you please stop and put that down. As you can see, it is quite literally never ending. Please put it down.
Okay.
I have to be the one to clean up the mess.
He pats Haberchu on the shoulder. Hey, let's turn this back over. Let's give it back to the gentleman over here.
Still just pouring out.
Works good. Works good.
He's of an old school nature. He likes to test out the magical items.
With that, the
This is good.
vendor
Good.
does
Meanwhile,
Good.
I'm sitting. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here watching this, pinching my non-existent nose.
with that the vendor does a wave of his hand and prestidigitates the ink away.
If he'd have left it
Cleaning
turned upside down long enough, do you think he could have drowned this entire world in ink?
Anything's possible.
That's unlikely, but
I mean, if it's never ending, you know what? I already got into this with the guy about indestructibility. I'm gonna stop now. I just walk off.
now I'm
Walk off
curious.
and
I'm still wondering.
hand
Now I
scratching
want
my
to know
head
how
as
long
I
it
go.
would take to flood an entire cavern with just the ink itself. It would take centuries. Probably at least one.
So we have the gold district, or we have going talking to the buddy you beat. And if we're judging by the price of things in the silver district, it's gonna probably cost us an arm and a leg.
I mean, you never know. We could always ask.
Can't hurt.
If we're just looking for a
He's-
consultation, we may not have to pay anything.
Yeah, what do
Yeah.
you think this is? The American healthcare system?
What's this America you speak of? That sounds terrible.
I don't know. I think I might have had an aneurysm for a second.
I took
Ah,
second
yes, I
again.
heard about the United States of America. They're about to get what? What's it called? Alberta? Yeah, that's going to be a good place.
No, don't know of any Alberta, but she sounds like a nice lady.
They say insane shit all the time. How was I to know this one was true?
He'll talk to the ink person, ink salesman again. Be like, quick directions onto the gold district.
Yes. For that, you're going to want to go north until you've reached the checkpoint. As you can see, if you look above the buildings around you, you can see another set of walls. Through those walls is a checkpoint that leads you into the gold district. From there, it is a very much you must get permission to pass through. You must speak with individuals on. In some cases, if you are not directly requested over there, you must have a letter of recommendation. And from there, it is just a matter of presenting some form of identification that allows you through. And then from there, if you are wishing to find the wizards, there is the academy inside where most of them gather. And it's quite obvious which one is the academy versus the buildings. It is the largest building in there.
I see.
All right, so I may not have understood everything, but it sounds like we need more shit to get over there.
Yeah, a letter.
It's sounding like we should go to do the bronze district first.
Yeah. Well, anyone else feel like they're being railroaded right now?
Virtue's just blissfully shaking a leg while his mage hand scratches at his back.
Mav is going to use his invisible mage hand to tap Haverchu on the opposite shoulder.
Huh? I only have one of those.
Fun thing about Arcane Trickster Rogue's invisible mage hand.
Yeah, that is one thing. How you feel your mage hand on you, but don't see this one.
Wait,
As he's going in
you
circles.
can work the other side.
Alrighty, Bronze District it is.
More
Unless you
walk.
want me to try to sneak in.
Sneak it. Yeah, no, let's not nuke our
Let's not get ourselves thrown out or arrested while we're here.
As we go by, can Mav use the invisible mage hand to like pull like a cord or a peg on the trash dealer's stand to just make it topple over a little bit?
Yeah, chat. I don't know who this Heath Carr guy is, but he sounds like a right upstanding citizen.
Absolutely, you can do that as you are passing by. You just kind of pluck the pin holding one of the strings that holds the canopy for the booth up, and the whole thing just collapses down, and you just hear, "Ah, no, not again!"
Matt walks away with a smile.
So as you guys head towards the Bronze District, you pass by the Blackened Boar again, and you can hear, even at this early hour of the day, you can hear more fighting and more rowdiness from inside. No one being thrown through the window this time.
Mav's gonna peek in to see if Barbados is in there,
Give me a perception.
or his little friend that was manning the box, little fucker that locked it. Perception based on sight. That what? What? A double 4.
You have advantage on sight checks? Yeah, okay.
Perception. Yeah.
Right, the eye patch, I forgot. Good
Yep.
point. And it's the same result either way. You do not see Barbatos. You do not notice his little companion. In fact, your eyes are immediately caught by the fact that they have moved all the tables out from the center, and there seems to be some bare knuckle boxing happening between two Aarakocra in the center.
Hey Bobo, there's a cockfight going on in here.
That's nice. You have fun. I'm more into women.
No. Birds fighting.
Oh,
What? Turds are fighting?
Yes, turds are fighting. They're feathery ones.
hey, that's racist.
But no, you do not notice Barbatos or his little compatriot. But yeah, you do notice there's a couple Aarakocra that seems to be bare knuckle boxing. There is a handful of people shout, like creating a circle around it, that are all shouting something about the members that are fighting each other. And there does seem to be a dwarf running around collecting bags of coins from each individual standing around the ring.
100 gold on the what's the difference between them?
One seems
Too.
what?
Nothing.
One seems to be more of a cockatiel style Aarakocra, while the other one seems more of an eagle based. They both seem to be wearing very similar armor, though one seems to be wearing a leather chest plate and kilts, while the other one seems to be wearing a leather chest plate and shorts.
100
Which
gold
one?
on the one that looks like freedom.
Which one is winning? It looks like it's winning right now.
Give me another perception check.
Well, hopefully I won't get 4s.
17.
Don't you dare.
14.
Thank you. Not close enough. They look like they're neck and neck, or at the very least they're at each other's necks. Feathers tend to cover bruises pretty well, and as far as you can tell, the one that's in the shorts, the cocktail style one in shorts, seems to be breathing a little bit heavier than the other one, but the other one's moving slower.
Freedom! Freedom!
So can Mage Hand be used to concho one of them?
To what?
Concho.
What the hell is that?
Yeah.
Oh, 1,000 Years Death. No, because that would be a touch attack. because it's
Oh, fine.
It's non-consensual.
Also, at that time, the dwarf runs over to Habichu with 100 gold, you say?
And I do the little birdie wiggle like that green thing.
Ah, yes. Puts them into the bag and just like, wipes off his hand.
Yeah, sorry about that. He was once told he was cursed to be a bag of holding, and he never really snapped out of it.
All right. He rips off a piece of parchment from his sleeve and hands it over to you.
Freedom!
Yeah, one of
You
these
wait
days,
long
someone's going to
enough.
question that story.
If you wait long enough, diamonds come out the other end.
I think I'll be fine. And he starts taking off back towards the pit that's being formed. Anything else you guys want to do?
I
wanna know
guess
who
we're
wins.
waiting for the winning.
Fair enough.
If we see
Can't leave.
if we have managed to make enough to afford a translator.
I mean, that is fair. One sec. I'm trying to pull up Discord again so I can get my notes.
And, well, I mean, if we get the translator, maybe we can get this knock spell from the Adventurers Guild. But there's probably an insane markup through them.
Or a discount.
No, they got a stranglehold and everything. There's no way they're going to let go cheaply.
Would it be possible for me to distract the cockatiel style Aarakocra with an intimidation?
You can attempt to. Oh, there it is. Okay. So, why did I forget that? By the way, how about you? On your piece of paper, all it says is Cluck Norris.
Yeah, by the way, this is not the first time we've seen this. Okay, that's a 22, by the way.
How do you attempt to intimidate him?
Like, I'm sitting there watching the fight, and as soon as the cockatiel one is like somewhat facing me, I just go like whistle at him, get his eyes to look up, and just meet his eyes with him, and just do this.
You somehow manage to get a turkey leg on the way over here and just break it in half.
Just break, like I'm holding it in one hand and just.
That is the exact amount of time necessary for the cockatiel, who is referred to as Kingfisher, to be distracted as Cluck Norris does a full like roundhouse kick, knocking the into the side of his head, completely spinning him off the ground, off balance, and out of the ring.
Freedom!
Yeah, it works every time.
If those guys eat chicken and eggs, is that considered
Yeah.
cannibalism?
Yes, and they do.
Okay.
I mean,
it's funny. I used to know a dragonborn. Man would eat virtually anything that wasn't also a dragon. They didn't think it was cannibalism. It's just like, well, when you grow up and your mother's a dragon and your mentor's a lizard folk, you don't exactly, have Wheaties for breakfast.
Yeah, I guess you
It's
got to
kinda
eat
like-
what you got to eat.
the relation between an Aarakocra and a chicken is the relationship between a humanoid and like a human and a pig. You wouldn't consider a human
A
eating
monkey?
pork. Yeah, you wouldn't consider a human eating pork as cannibalism, but a human eating a goblin would be cannibalism because they're humanoid, they're intelligent species.
I wouldn't eat
goblin white
monkey
meat,
either.
then.
What was that? Haven't
So
you?
goblin is white meat because human is white meat.
Yes. Technically, goblin is green meat.
Only if you get that far on the date.
So they're green. They're green ham, green
Yeah.
eggs and ham.
Yes.
They don't lay eggs.
No, but they are a cockatoo.
Oh, fair enough.
You don't know what goblins do. Goblins might lay eggs.
Suppose it would depend on the goblin.
But anyways, the dwarf starts running around giving people back their money, and there seems to be the betting ranks weren't exactly 1-to-1, as Clug Norris was the favorite to win, so you get back about half as much as you put in, half again as much as you put in. And as he's going around paying everybody else, he's checking the money in the bag, and there seems to be less in it than was expected. You only get about 135 gold, and it profusely apologizes because he swears he did his math right. Someone must have slipped into the bag when he wasn't looking, and stole some of the coin.
So you're running crooked bets around here.
I
That's not
Can I
very
get
nice.
a chit for the rest? I'll collect it later.
Yes, actually, I can do something like that. And he starts
Oh, that is awesome.
he starts running through his bag and like frantically trying to find something, and quite literally pops out a small log of wood and chisel kits and starts carving out, like in real time, wood chipper amounts of chips flying off this piece of this log that he had in his bag, as you get this wooden block that says 15 gold pieces winning from cockfight, and hands it to you.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's always so amazing watching them do that.
Now, is it
Hey,
raining
mushroom
common or
stamp.
undercommon?
It is
Here,
raining common.
Okay.
I hand it to the mushrooms, like mushroom stamp.
Do not mushroom stamp the cockfight card.
I hand her that, and then I got 130 gold now.
135 gold, yes.
135 gold. Excellent.
You made 135 gold from nothing.
Well, he got the money just because he couldn't hang on to it. It's not my fault.
But yes, so Habichu ends up. I will add it to your inventory. You have another 135 gold.
Woohoo.
Alrighty.
I'm going to hate that ability of yours.
I love it.
So how long again? How long until you can give us another 100?
Every day.
So tomorrow.
So tomorrow we could just get
Hopefully we
this
solve our
thing.
money issue for tomorrow, but backup like plan B.
Yeah.
That's like
we could
before
have the translator tomorrow.
I don't want to say before the dwarven fellow wanders off. I was like, hey, could you point us to the gladiator arena?
Oh yes. If you head,
Oh, I like him already.
uh, you'll get there soon.
Fair enough.
But yeah, so it's basically if you head out the doors and you take a right and you keep going deeper into the Bronze District, your directions are you'll get there soon.
Well, I guess we leave the
On
tavern.
we go.
Are any of you going to be staying behind?
Trying to remember what ability you have that's allowing you to just vomit coins.
The
Look at our
almighty,
in the
the
Discord.
almighty DM
Oh,
said yes.
I think that the ability is DM said so. And not
No, no, it's from an item, and then I discussed a special circumstance with you.
Yes, that item. Thank you. You just said the item, and I found it. I was looking at features. Yeah, and that is quite literally the maximum amount. Fuck. All right.
At least they didn't make it a bag of holding.
He thought he had that ability. Just wait until we actually start getting into combat situations where we can't be surprised.
I mean, I have a bag of holding.
Wait, well, actually, no, wait. Since Haberchu is hard of hearing, could he still be surprised? Or is
I'd
this
allow.
not enough?
I'd make it a perception roll at disadvantage to tell if he's surprised or not.
Okay.
Because at that point, it's the perception of hearing everybody else warn him.
Well, I've got my magical horn in the form of a mage hand that's always like this, and every time, every so often, you just see it go. Just
Bobo has the inability to be surprised, and anybody within 30 feet of him as well. But it's kind of like a
Thank you.
It's-
Sort of alarming.
Ah,
kinda like-
yes.
Sort of warning. Sorry.
It's kind of like a one of those alarms of like leaving a store, the security checkpoint alarms on those.
Beep,
Everybody just
beep.
beeps loud.
I-
So there's danger.
I just love that it's always like, okay, I'm gonna let you pick an uncommon magic item. Okay, cool. Hey, I found one. You look at it. Fuck you.
Yeah. It's you two specifically. It's the two of you that I can't let have anything.
I just picked a bag of holding.
I know. And Mav just picked something for disguise, and that's very
Yep.
rogue. We've got
Yep.
I'm not allowed to surprise you guys, and money means nothing. But yes, with that, do you head out the door from there?
Yeah. Head on to the Bronze District.
Technically, if you guys
Or the
told your money now, you would be able to cover the cost of the translator. Since Haberchu has just shy of 200 gold now. You wouldn't be able to afford to stay in an inn for the night, but you would have a translator.
I mean, we could all pack into one room.
how much is a room at the inn? Holy shit!
The one we were at was what, 5 gold per or 4 gold per? I think it was.
It was 4 gold per person plus 2 gold for the dinner per person.
Oh.
It was effectively
It
was
was
6 gold per
expensive,
person.
but we stayed there for convenience.
Yeah.
We could stay somewhere cheaper tonight.
You guys don't know how much it costs to stay at the inn at the Black and Boar Inn.
It's a liability waiver and a promise not to
Burn it down
burn
again.
the place down.
Again.
Now, I have
Yeah,
a
again.
question about friends.
Yes.
The creature knows it was charmed at the end of an hour,
Yes.
but does it know it was charmed if the spell fails?
yes.
Okay.
Aware of the attempt.
It can tell when the spell ends. Is when the target knows, and by a failure to be charmed by the spell, it's an immediate end.
And do they know who cast it, or are they just aware that it happened?
When the spell ends, the target knows it was charmed by you.
Ah, okay.
Even if he didn't see them, because he snuck up and did it.
They are aware. It is a magical link that causes the charmed condition, and it is also only charmed between the two of you. So if Haberchu interacted with the person directly more, they would have been more friendly. But since the vendor was only interacting with Bobo and Mav, the response was no different.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm going to change that one out because that's fuck all.
It's
That's no
super
fun.
helpful if you're a very charismatic character.
Which I'm not.
Need
Fair
you to check for a
Yeah,
level
then
2
no, you're just a
transmutation
curmudgeon old man.
spell.
Unfortunately, Haberchu did not take that spell for the spell list, and I don't think you can normally change your cantrips once you've learned them. I will
Really?
I will allow after today, people can go through and mess with their character sheets if they want, but your cantrips are spells that you've learned. All cantrips you learn, you know at all times, but you're stuck with those cantrips.
Oh, never mind. I only know 3 cantrips, and that's all I got. Never mind.
You know them at all times. We can discuss going through and changing out your spells if you want, and we can throw knock on there after today if you want.
I don't need because that's just going to nerf what we're going through.
It's not gonna nerf. It's just gonna change the direction.
Well, I mean, if it's any arcane or mundane lock, we could definitely use that to get through some doors later.
Oh yeah, it's super helpful. Don't let the rogue do the lockpicking. Just have the wizard go. No, it does cost a second level spell slot, so it's a waste of a spell slot, but it's there.
Not a waste if it works.
Fair.
Well, I'm an arcane trickster rogue. That would be handy. I'd like it. Avoid a lot of things.
With that, as you guys head out towards the pits, you can kind of hear some yelling and what sounds like a crowd starting to gather as it's getting closer to noon at this point. At least it feels like it's getting closer to noon. There aren't exactly clocks around, and the amount of brightness of the luminescent the bioluminescence ceiling gives us gives this idea that there is a false sun crossing over it, and it is almost towards the very center of the ceiling at this point. So with that, as you guys are heading out, you can hear people gathering, and you can see a very large structure, very similar to an amphitheater with an outer wall. Inside this Coliseum, basically, but not quite as big. A Coliseum is like hundreds of feet tall and has ample amount of space for spectators. This is not nearly as big. This can hold maybe 2,000 people to watch a pit fight between two people. As you get over there, you can tell that it is in fact this gladiatorial ring, and there seems to be two different entrances. One seems very much for the gladiators that are coming to participate, and you can see this line of buff, burly guys wearing little to no actual clothing or armor, showing off their abs, not their bras. Uh, getting most of them flexing and arguing and fighting about who's stronger than who and whatnot. All just some lifting weights, some trying to lift each other. And then you have the other line, which seems to be just people coming to watch. You have people carrying food. You have families that are there to witness, all funneling in to buy tickets and see what's happening.
Okay.
Do we want to try to get you a meeting, Bobo, with the guy you beat? Or do you want to...
Yeah, sure, why not? I'm sure as soon as he realizes I'm here, he'll want to talk to me.
Okay, Mav will go up to somebody who's not occupied, I guess, at the moment. That looks like they are part of the gladiatorial staff.
So there are both entrances with booths for people. One is doing admission tickets and one is doing application for entry. Both have full lines.
Okay.
There's about 20 people in the application line. But nobody is free to just chat. Everybody's working.
Do I do it?
So.
Hey, Bobo, can you scare Moy?
Oh, I hear that, and as I hear it, I unleash another just high-pitched. You can practically see my cloaca vibrating as this hot snake.
Someone put the T on.
He's very old. It's very loose. It's very pronounced.
You know what?
As soon as that sound hits,
everyone but Haberchu, roll a Constitution save.
It's like horse lips flapping in the wind.
Christ.
You know.
Oh my god.
Is that Constitution saving throw?
Yes.
That's a 10.
9.
My Constitution's a 20.
No!
Everyone except for Haberchu.
I
All
rolled a
right.
5.
So first thing that happens is 2 of the people in the line immediately start throwing up and running away from the line. Well, only 2. I rolled d20 to see how many did. As for the rest of you, you can taste the air. You can feel it on your face. It is like a little hot slap across your nose. It's almost wet with with humidity, as you cannot help yourself but to throw up from the smell and either choose to walk away or suffer through the pain. Your vision becomes cloudy with tears. You cannot smell anything else, and you start to hear ringing in your ears.
Oh,
You have
Jesus,
disadvantage on all
Jesus
perception
Christ.
checks for the next hour.
Okay, I'm gonna
Jesus
back away from the
Christ,
question.
Sneezy.
How do I throw up?
And my mage hand is
I don't
just
have a mouth.
wait.
You
God, but I
Or
know
a
you like to
standard
be.
digestive system.
you expel spores that just drop.
Christ, Sneezy, I know you like to be a regular guy, but I've seen mudslides with more grit than you. Oh God.
Yeah, and Mav steps away. He's like, "Jeez, we'll
I'm
let
gonna
them
bet.
inhale that." Just, he was about to let go of
Breathe it
thaumaturgy to scare him off, but
Drop
it ended
in
up
and bottle it up,
the
save some for later.
he was about to let out a thaumaturgy that to scare other people off, but as soon as that happened, he lost track and he thought rumble, and the ground shook a little bit as the scent like wafted through them.
A lot of the people who are coming for admission have also left.
Real quick,
Screaming and running.
real quick, does anybody have an empty bottle on them?
Bottle it up, save some for later.
Bottle it up, save some for later. Because we really should be weaponizing these.
Do I? Nope.
Like,
I think the worst part is the fact that the Habertu can fart on command.
But I don't want to spoil any of the things that I have in there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. If you had any, oh wait, no, you do have mushrooms. They are wilted.
No, they were in my bag of holding.
Yes, I am aware.
No, my mushrooms.
How is the lock still not falling off this box?
Oh, the lock is rusted now, like straight up rusted. All your everything is just it has died. Something has died.
Okay, well let me get to some slightly fresher air, and then I'm gonna roll a strength check to see if I can pull the rusted lock off now. Okay, nat 20 with a +4.
Yeah, well, nat 20. You know what that means.
Yep.
Poor baby. Why? Why?
Confirmed with the 13.
Oh, still good enough. You pull, and it is like the metal has become balsa wood and just brittly falls apart in your hand. The lock is very much as stated before when it was trying to be picked, is very much ornate and just there for decoration, as the box itself is what the spell was cast on. However, your fingers dig into the side of the box and crush it just enough that you can kind of peek in and shake a few coins out every now and then.
Hey guys, good news.
It'll take you about 3 hours to shake the whole thing empty.
Hey guys,
It's now
good
a
news.
wooden piggy bank.
Apparently, Sneezy's ass knows knock.
Oh, great!
The
I guess we
sphincter.
don't have to talk to that guy then, huh?
Like, well, we can either talk to him, or we'll talk to him, or stand around waiting for him to shake all the coins out, which will take
But for
day.
real, one of you needs to stock up on empty bottles. Next time he does that, we just wave them around in the air Put the cap on real fast and you hand them to me. I'm gonna throw them at people.
Use Mage Hand to scoop it into the bottles.
Apparently, we need to like make some sort of contraption that just captures it as it comes out.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have
Bottle.
Fireball before level 5.
Someone cast Gust to push it into the bottle.
Get a bellows, a small hand bellows from a blacksmith. These probably won't last long,
You
so
can probably
here's some
buy from
gold.
the kobold's probably selling bellows as a magic Gust device. So would you guys like to participate in the gladiatory ring or shake the gold out of the box now and leave where you are?
I mean, the only reason I was coming over here was to empty the box. So
I mean, we could also hit things.
I think
Make the
Haberchu
mushroom
here
dance while you
already
shake the
did that.
box.
hey, do we still have a room somewhere I could go do this? I don't want people running up and stealing my shit.
No, we only paid for the one night.
I mean, we suffered through a lot to get here. Most of it,
We could-
granted, within the last 30 seconds.
and Haberchu already threw some punches there, right to the
Well,
face.
if you think
Nope.
about it, if we sign up for this thing, we could just sick Haberchu's butt on them.
Note to the group: don't let Haberchu have beans or asparagus.
And
Or
tell him to lay off.
any green leafies.
Or eggs.
I think he already had some eggs from the breakfast.
No, he had
And I
the
still got
continental
a bag
breakfast,
of
which was just
prunes.
wheat. Everything from the continental breakfast was high in fiber.
Hav takes out a roll from, or like a bread item from his pocket as they're walking back.
You know, Sneezy, it may in fact not be necessary to eat an entire wicker chair for breakfast. Have you ever considered toning it back a bit?
Look, when you're my age, it's like having a child every single day when you gotta go. You need fiber to push these things through, otherwise I get a little backed up, and the wind on the colon soldiers screaming from their halted march. It's a bad one.
I half understood what you said, but you kind of had me going into a war flashback there at the second part. I'm
Well, we
going to
can-
nod in agreement and walk away.
We can go snag a room again, and you can shake the coins out. I'm gonna see if I can find a bellows and some bottles.
Hey, at
Y'all
least it's
I
not,
choose to
regret.
go wherever Haberchu
at
is.
least it's not basilisk oil, am I right?
Very true. Oh.
Yeah,
You guys gotta make me regret this whole
really,
thing.
really made him,
Uh,
yeah, we really made him regret giving us a liquid that would petrify anything that got it in its mouth.
oh yeah, I'm keeping a handle on how much that shit you can get at a time now.
Yeah.
I gave last time I ran this campaign, I gave the players a liquid. I called basilisk oil, basically the opposite of basilisk oil in D&D. Instead of removing petrification, it caused petrification. And one of the players had a barrel on them, so I let them fill the barrel because I had already stated that the water was endless.
You just happen to have a barrel on them?
Well, he was an alchemist.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah. And then we spent the next, I don't know how many sessions running through the hallways of this maze, throwing the bottles at people going, for science!
Well, first it was friend or foe, and as they're screaming, is like for science, and throws the bottle.
No, because at first I'm like, excuse me, friend or foe? And they're like, ah, and they run away. Well, that's not very friendly. Besides, science!
Yeah, and then an entire dungeon worth of monsters got wiped out and turned to statues.
What does it say? The last campaign, I made my character sound like Alucard from Hellsing Abridged, and yet I was the least chaotic one on the team.
True.
I killed all but one of them.
And now you're Kronk, and still not the most chaotic member of the team.
Give me a second, I'm warming up.
Well, look, I've just become the
Hopefully
voice
you
of
don't warm
reason
up like
here, watching
Haberchu
all of
does.
their antics.
Why
Nobody
does he have
warms up like
to walk
Haberchu does. Chernobyl doesn't warm up like Haberchu does.
All of those people in that line developed birth defects at whatever stage that they were at.
At least a couple of them got cancer.
I'm pretty sure if I'd been standing 5 feet closer to him when he let that thing go, I'd have a third nipple somewhere.
Now, if you weren't bald before, you are bald now. The beard
Oh no, my
you had
beard!
grown is gone.
God
5
damn
seconds,
it!
5 seconds later, it's back.
Oh yeah, I forgot the belt.
The belt that gives you your beard. It just kind of burned your beard away, and the belt gave it back to you.
It just all started curling in back up to his face, and then once it got as close as
Like
it could, it just kind of
each-
falls away.
No, each
Question
one of
is,
the
did
hairs
I
is like the
shrivel a
witch's feet
little like
under
my
the house.
mushrooms or what?
Oh, absolutely. You feel like you have wilted in yourself. You've aged at least a year in that from just that one fart.
Oh no, a year!
Yeah,
That-
a year,
that,
you,
like,
10 years,
That
everybody else.
long.
It's like a quarter. She just like added a quarter of her life.
Yeah.
Like, in case you guys haven't caught on how devastating this fart was, we've spent the last 5 minutes discussing it.
I think I need substance.
Like this thing
like,
has weight.
drink.
This has mythos, lore, legend all tied to it. It has a fucking surname.
It's got the city guard running around looking for some sort of cursed disease.
The underground cult thinks that that their god has raised again.
Someone needs to assign that thing a fucking social security number.
Speaking about farts,
God
actually,
damn.
farting-
It's one of the it's one of the 4 horsemen. This one's pestilence.
Ah, the pale gray.
All right. Anyways, back to game. Do you guys want to keep going through for the gladiator ring, or are you heading back across town to one of the inns?
I want to go shake out my chest.
Go back across town. On the way back, I'm literally gonna find bottles and a bellows.
All right. Are you guys going to Black and Boar, or are you guys going to Silver Lining?
How much was the room at the Silver Lining again?
Silver Lining was 4 gold per person.
Okay.
And it include the night meal.
That
Yeah,
did not include the night meal. You had to pay an extra 2 gold for that.
What was that?
Okay.
Oh
tell you
yeah,
what,
yeah. That's right.
We go back to the Silver
Let's go
Lining,
see
and I'm
game
like,
prizes at
I'm
Black and Boar.
holding my chest. I'm like saying, "Oh man, I've got enough, and we're about to get a little more gold here. So why don't we all go back to the Silver Lining, and I'll pay for everyone."
Okay, I'll find you your bottles, and you can.
We also raid old man moneybags here.
Oh yeah,
Sorry.
we'll do that later.
Correction. It was 4 gold per room, which held 2 of you, and then it was 2 gold per person because it was 16 gold total.
Yeah.
Okay, I can still do 16 gold.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how my math, rounded out anyway.
Yeah.
Yep.
The number was going to come there one way or the other.
Yeah.
It was just with or without the food.
Well,
All
I guess
right,
we'll go back to
but
the room and fill up more
real
paperwork.
quick. Okay, but
No more roughage for him.
Okay. But Mav, Bella,
16.
I need y'all to we're gonna roll a d20, and whoever scores the lowest has to room with Haberch.
I'll sleep outside.
No.
Okay. I'm calling mine as a 17. I rolled a 15.
Close, but no cigar.
I rolled a nat 20.
Damn.
Okay.
That work?
See,
Gotta
what you weren't
confirm.
realizing is whoever was the highest roll is the one that get.
Zing. Did that go through?
I am immune.
Well, I should
There
be
goes
sleeping
Matt.
with the guy with the bellows and the bottles anyway.
Oh, there you go.
Oh yeah, you will. Oh no, Pebble's rolling too. Where'd you come from? Pebble is supposed to be at work.
Well, it's Mav anyway with a 6.
Yeah.
Yep. That's okay. I'll sleep outside.
Just line the
Like
bottom of the
Pebble
door with
decided
the jars.
to preempt him and say, no, I did not share a room with him.
Absolutely, that is hilarious. So you get back to the silver lining as you're passing through the bazaar. Mav kind of splits off to start scouring the shop. The booths have changed again. In that amount of time, some of them are still the same, but some have changed already. Some people have already closed down their booths, and new ones have popped up. You do see someone selling some potions. And
Is it a cobalt?
it is not Cobalt.
Okay,
Damn.
good.
It is a halfling.
Okay. No Gatorade then.
A halfling named Carrie.
No.
No!
Fuck you. Fuck you, no.
No!
No. No, tell Matt.
I'm sensing some lore.
Don't buy from her. I've heard about her. She doesn't sell potions. She'll try to sell you armor instead.
What if I just buy the bottles?
Would you like to approach the pop-up apothecary?
You fucking
Sure, I'll do it anyways.
Sure, we'll see if they have anything. We'll see if they have any herbalism stuff.
Hi there. How may I help you?
fuck you.
Well,
Ignore him.
I am in the market for some bottles.
Not you.
Bottles. That's fair. What size bottles? What are you using them for? What kind of bottle? What material?
We are using them
Something
to
that can
store
res-
fragrances.
Yeah, because
It
telling
needs
them it's for
something
biological
to resist,
warfare is a little
the
too far.
noxious cloud that comes out of him.
We're storing fragrances.
Fragrances, but to resist the noxious fumes.
No, not.
No, the
Just
fragrance
don't listen to
isn't
her.
noxious fumes.
Sure, why not?
Well, if you're looking to resist the noxious fume, I have just the thing.
As a rogue over here trying to be honest with him, fucking lie, dude.
Yeah, and absolutely, she does reach under her table and pulls out a set of armor.
That's not a bottle.
No, but this is poison resistant armor.
That's not a bottle.
No, it is
And
not.
I'm in the back. I was like, I fucking told you.
You did.
I do have some containers if that's more of what you're interested in. And she puts the armor back underneath, and then puts onto the table a burlap sack, a wooden chest, a metal flask.
Do you think? No, the metal flask will corrode. Never mind. Or melt.
Would any
Glass
of these satisfy?
bottles.
Do you have
Glass
anything
bottles,
made of
glass
glass?
bottles,
Containers
glass
made of
bottles.
glass.
Unfortunately, all my glass bottles have been used for the potions themselves. And she kind of pulls out a rack of different colored potions.
Do you have any that are expired?
You know what? I'll tell you this much right now, Matt. On this one, let's go ahead and entertain the chat here and just ask her what the side effects are.
Side effects? What are the side effects?
Oh, well, you see, the guild has a bit of a process when having an apothecary and selling your potions that they must go through a week's worth of trial testing, and if anything occurs during that time period after a potion has been drank, it is considered a side effect.
Okay.
Answer the question.
But what are they?
Okay. Side effects might include sweating, sneezing, coughing, choking, spontaneous combustion, spontaneous wetness, spontaneous dryness, spontaneous pregnancy, being hit by a bus, being hit by a car, growing an extra leg, growing an extra tail, spontaneous hair loss, death, life, and also itchiness.
That sounds like all of the things that come out of his ass.
Yeah, like we didn't
How
experience just
how would
2/3
the
of that at the bare
spontaneous
minimum 5
pregnancy
minutes ago.
work in creatures that don't have a uterus?
I don't know.
You just spawn a
So
new-
I just grab a bottle and pick
Do
it
I
up
just butt
at random.
off a child?
You see a bottle of a blue liquid that has this silver swirling glitter to it.
Granted, she did say anything that happens to you
What's this
after
one
you
do?
drink the potion is considered a side effect. If you drink a potion and go get boinked and you wind up pregnant, congratulations, that's now a side effect.
That is a potion of water breathing.
Oh, really? How much?
200 gold.
200 gold. Put
Do
it
you have
back.
anything so noxious that I could pay a gold for and you'd sell it? That
Uh,
comes in a bottle?
No, unfortunately, that would not even cover the material cost of crafting the potion.
What's the cheapest potion you have?
Well, I do have these, and she pulls out a crate of kind of a brownish red liquid. These are my healing potions, and they are 25 gold each.
I don't trust them if those are all the side effects.
You
What's
gotta
the
Well,
keep
point
in
of
mind,
healing if you're...
getting hit by a bus is a side effect on there. It's not necessarily tied
she
to the
did say
potion
one of the
itself.
possible symptoms
Fair
was
enough.
light.
To be fair, I do not have the lucrative business and wherewithal to pay for my own isolation group for testing, like some of the larger apothecaries do, where they can isolate a group for an entire week and have 0 side effects.
I see. So you went to the Black Boar and picked people there?
No, I went to Silver Lining.
Ooh. Let's be
Again,
careful what we drink there.
anything that happens in that week is considered a side effect.
Week? That's a long time.
It is.
Like,
However, that is what the guild has written in its codex for being one of the potion sellers of the apothecaries.
that sounds more crooked than... Never mind, I won't get into that. But anyways,
You should.
What time of day is it now?
It's just past noon, probably like
Especially-
12:31.
I haven't had my morning constitutional yet, and I think I could cook off another one right now, and it'd be a breeze fresh off the turd. Cause I gotta lay an egg, guys.
And it's like as he says that, everyone just kind of like as they like back away from, just see me booking
Everyone
it.
takes a step.
Yep.
They're like, no, but I'm already booking it
It's like-
back to the inn.
They're like, I use my long legs to back away.
Mav's gonna find another store far away to find bottles at.
All right. Everyone else is heading back towards the Silver Lining. It sounds like. Well, Mav is hunting the bazaar.
Yep.
are
Roll
all
me an
decidedly
investigation, Mav.
unhelpful.
Alrighty.
Meanwhile, Habichu,
Ooh.
do you limp your way towards the Silver Lining as well as the others are booking it?
Do they have public bathrooms here?
No.
Well, then, yes, I guess I'm going to be eking and squeaking all the way over to the Silver
As he's been following us, whatever you do, stay upwind of him.
I didn't know you were a farmer too, Habichu, because that's a lot of crop dusting.
He's a pilot. Meow. Does he sound like a warthog going off?
He sounds like a lawnmower that can't start.
Just so y'all know, Haberchu's underwear on the back end of them say "face toward enemy."
Habichu wears assless chaps, not because they were when he bought them.
Yeah.
Well, I've got a
They were just
cloaca.
like- they were
Have
just
you
chaps.
ever seen a bird's asshole the way it just goes wham, 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 wham,
No.
wham, constantly? That's what I'm doing right now because I gotta go. Seriously, a bird's asshole, like a cockatiel, when they're babies, those assholes look like an old man's mouth just chewing on something.
I told him, I was like,
this?
when
I
he
worked
just,
in a
I
pet
told
shop.
you, I already said when he lets it go, it looks like old horse lips just flapping. Just going.
The worst part is, I already have an idea of what the smell is because my bearded dragon reeks whenever it takes a shit.
Yeah, bearded dragons do.
Fucking.
I'm imagining something similar to a gigantic deposit left by my cat once.
It's worse.
I will say,
The whole house smelled for 2 days.
as you make it back to the inn, Bobo, you are the first one there. And I'm doing that based off of strength scores for running.
I do have very high proficiency with athletics.
Yeah. You are the first one back to the inn. Do you want to set up the room?
Yes, I like come back there, not even out of breath. I'm like, hi, I don't know if you recognize me from yesterday, but I'd like to get a room set up for my other 3 compatriots and myself.
Yes. Would you be wishing to get the dinner special again this evening?
Yes, I would actually.
All right, then that would be another 16 gold.
Here you go. Same rooms as last time or different rooms?
In fact, they would be the same rooms. I do request that you wait about an hour and a half, though, because they are currently being cleaned.
Good. Is there any kind of storm bunker nearby?
I do not believe so. Perhaps
Unrelated, nothing you need to concern yourself about. Who cares?
in an event of an earthquake, there is the guild hall does act as a safety shelter, as it is the strongest building.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. If you'll excuse me, as I turn back around, I was like, we'll be back in an hour and a half. I turn back around to the other 2 that made it up to me, to the guild hall pronto. It's
Mav,
not safe.
Mav isn't
It's
there
not
though. Mav
safe
is
here.
hunting through the bazaar, so it's just
it's
Bella
just
that made
me.
it to you.
Yeah, Bella is like, okay, Bella, we got to get back to the guild hall. It's not safe here. They won't let us into our rooms for an hour and a half.
Habertu finally makes it.
And I can feel the
Where's
fluctuations
the
in the
privy?
wind.
What's up, Habitu?
Where's the privy?
Do you say that inside the tavern or just outside of it?
No, I made it into the tavern.
Yes, if you just head down that hall, and on the left is for men, and on the right is for women. If you are of neither orientation, keep walking forward. There is a single-use stall.
Ah, okay. I go to the men's room,
Oh.
and I if you have the capability, Google image search fecalith.
I am not doing that.
No.
I don't care. My FBI agent does not need to know what that is either.
What is it?
Fecalith.
Oh no.
What?
Based on the word, based on the etymology of the word, I think I have a solid idea of what it is.
Oh no.
Oh, a fecalith, also known as is it coprolith or a stercolith, is a hardened mass of feces that can form in the intestinal tract. It can occur anywhere in the tract, but is usually found in the colon. When it occurs in the appendix, it is called an appendicolith. Okay. I could just call it a problem. I'm sure it's nothing good.
So that one episode of
Fecaliths
South Park
are-
where you get lifted off the
Occurring in
toilet.
the appendix sounds like a
Yeah,
bad
it's
infection.
most common in older adults and people with paraplegia and those who are bed.
But look at the image.
Oh, sorry, I didn't look at the image. Looks like pistachios.
It should look like a conical Pringles can.
Anyways,
I'm that's not the pictures I'm getting. They
As
got one that was broken apart. It's just
as you South Park your way up off the toilet.
like I'm not kidding. Like it's a picture of one that was broken apart. It just looks like a handful of pistachios.
No,
Oh, it needs to be
put
intact.
that away. Put
No,
that away.
don't traumatize the viewers.
I rolled a 22, by the way, for my investigation.
Yes. As you're running around, you come across someone selling perfume, and
Oh.
they do happen to have a few extra bottles, but as they are odd shapes, and they do come with the perfume
Diffuser or
diffuser.
whatever.
Yeah. They are going to cost you they are going to cost you 2 gold pieces each, and they've only got 5 to sell.
Yeah, I'm not seeing the Pringles can.
I'll take. um. Oh God.
Apparently that's also the name of a death metal band. In case you were wondering.
Eagle lift.
Very nice.
Nice. I'll take 2 for now.
All right, so that'll run you 4 gold.
Alrighty.
And then as you're walking around, you do not see any blacksmiths out selling anything because most of them can't. But you do come across your old kobold friend who does have a set of bellows on his table.
Are they intact?
They appear to be.
Like, can I try those real quick?
Ah, yes. This is a magical device that can cast the spell Gust.
Yes. Does it work?
Yes, yes. And he picks it up and he like pulls it well apart, and you just hear a chink as there's a little tear in the bellow bag.
Um.
And he slams it shut again. And there is a puff of air that comes out of it from the speed.
Damn.
Hmm.
I wonder if Haberchu has mending.
I do not have mending.
I didn't.
Oh, Derek's going to be so upset.
There are technically 3 spellcasters.
And he's like,
You have
well, those are busted.
Four spellcasters, because the paladins cast spells as well. You've got you as an arcane trickster, you got your druid, and you got a wizard.
Yeah.
So you can ask any of them if they have mending. But your character won't know until they ask.
So how far away from the inn slash and the, because the Adventurers Guild's right next to the inn, right?
It's down the street from the inn.
Okay.
It's
How
about,
far away
it's
would
about
they
a
be from where I'm at?
15-minute walk from where you are now to the inn, and another 5, almost 10-minute walk from the inn to the guild.
So beyond 120 feet.
Yes.
Thank you to Aquila in the chat for catching that reference.
Oh,
Keela has watched through the series several times.
Do you mean none
Like
of you
what-
know mend?
though you guys have been in a group long enough, I'd say you have an idea as what everybody's spells are to a point. You know Haberchu doesn't have mending, and you do know that Bella does.
And he goes, well, since you broke it, how about 2 copper?
This is still a it is still a magic item. It's simply needs a little bit of loving care, and can be
No.
can easily be repaired.
If it's magic items don't get easily repaired, I'm gonna have to spend a small fortune to get these repaired.
4 gold,
4 copper,
3 gold,
5 copper,
1 gold.
I'll give you a silver.
I cannot go that low. 7 silver is the best I can do.
9 copper.
Well, I do not need your patronage. And he
The
starts to item back on the table.
invisible mage hand is going to pull the pin again.
Do you walk away as you do that? Or
No.
are you doing it while you're standing there?
I'll do it while I'm standing there. Be like, All right, 11 copper. And the
As
whole thing goes plop, right before he responds.
as it falls down, you do get caught in it as well, because it
Yep.
does overlay the pathway a little bit. And not again! How many times in one day? As he's trying to like pull the curtain off of himself.
How about a silver and I fix that peg?
He kind of pops his head through it. 3 silver.
2 silver.
Fine. He just starts like trying to put the mess with the pole to try to get the curtain back, the overhang back up, and canopy up and situated, and just stabs it back into the ground where it was. Finds that pin and puts it right back where it was in the first place.
Does he have anything like that's abnormally heavy?
There is
You said he put something in the ground.
Yeah, he
as
he
well?
puts the pole of
Gotcha.
the tent, the pop up, into the ground and pins it in place. The
If he
heaviest
has anything broken in wood, he's going to jam slivers of wood into where the peg goes as
Alright.
hard as he can.
All right, make a make a sleight of hand check.
Alrighty. $14.
It kind of works. There's definitely some splinters jamming in there to make it a little bit more stiff, but it's not a permanent solution by any means.
I didn't say it was permanent. I said I'd fix it.
Yeah. And he hands you he holds his hand out, waiting for the silver.
He hands him 2 silvers worth of copper.
Ah, dang it! Puts down the bellows and starts like counting out the copper.
He takes the bellows and leaves.
Wait, I don't know if this is 1, 2, 3. Just you hear him counting.
Mei Chan pulls the other side of the other peg.
All right.
No,
They're just being a dick.
absolutely.
Poor man.
He heads back to find the group. He'll stop at the inn first.
Good luck with that.
Has the inn been evacuated then?
We're not there.
No, I'm just saying, like, by the time he gets there, everybody standing outside of the inn, coughing and sputtering.
I mean, right now, Bella and I are most likely in the guild hall being looked at really funny for ducking behind the desk.
There, as you approach the tavern, there is in fact quite a few people standing outside of it, like with their mouths covered, and the barkeep, the concierge, is also standing at the door, making sure nobody comes or goes. Haberchu is standing outside as well at this point. There seems to have been a minor gas leak of some kind. We're currently waiting on the authorities to show up to assist in repairs. I do apologize that our establishment will be closed for the time being. Please return later tonight. And you can see him trying not to throw up.
Mav looks down to Haberchu. Go, you feeling better?
Oh, much. I even
Alrighty.
named it
What'd you name it?
Chernobyl.
Bucephalus.
All right. Well, let's find the other two. Well, we'll head to the guild hall because those are really the only places that we've been other than the
Fair enough.
Black and Boar.
I haven't really searched out any specific shops other than the bazaar, and you haven't gone to like a library or other public
Yeah.
area other than the guard tower.
And the library's locked behind the Gold District and their hoity-toityness. Although Haberchu
Or
could
the
probably
guild.
clear out the guards.
The library is locked behind the guild's access
Oh,
pass.
the guild. That's right. Yep.
The wizards are locked behind the gold district.
Yep. Yep.
But y'all make it over to the guild, and you see Bella and Bobo kind of like hiding in a corner, not behind the desk, but pretty damn close. If they could get behind it, they would be.
It's okay.
We're not exactly because we're both gigantic.
It's okay. It's the pressure has been lifted. Let's say
So
at least.
wait, we can come out now.
Yeah. It's safe.
Okay.
Ish. Well, I mean, as safe as being around. Our walking handbag here.
Oh shit.
Did
Sorry, I
you
was
just
looking.
look at the Discord one?
No. I'm about to. I just noticed that Blood Omen 2 Legacy of Kain is up for grabs on Twitch for Prime Games.
Ooh.
As well as Lego Star Wars.
Oh. Episode note: Haberchu unleashed noxious gas throughout the city.
I am glad that Pebble is taking notes from work.
Awesome. Well,
Check.
we do have the documentation we've received already. And what did we were needing somebody who spoke?
We need someone who speaks giant, someone who speaks
Yep.
either celestial or demonic.
Infernal, I believe. Or
Infernal.
abyssal. Abyssal or
Oh,
infernal.
abyssal.
Abyssal.
Because
Abyssal, infernal. We do have some
do.
draconic.
I speak both abyssal and infernal.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a
So
Pringles.
what we need is
Oh yeah, Matt can fill out the infernal for Pebble stuff, but we still need someone who speaks giant.
no
What
giant for Bobo that needs to be done, and then
Yep.
I believe it was just celestial for Pebble.
yeah, for Pebble.
Oh,
What are what are your languages again?
Common sign language and Draconic.
So we can cover the draconic through him for him,
And then
and
I
you.
obviously know the undercommon for the.
Yep. So we just need the giant and the celestial.
Correct.
I'm assuming Habertu knows how to read.
Is
intelligence is
it
20.
200 per language,
What
or is it
It is
200
for the day.
the day? What if we don't need a whole day?
It is still 200.
Okay. What if we promise Haberchu won't fart in their guild hall?
Still 200. And
Okay.
Haberchu is starting to
Okay,
become
so-
a war crime.
So Bobo, let's go. Let's find a table, then you can just sit there shaking gold out of your chest there until we've accumulated a total of 200.
Bobo, do me a favor and roll D6.
Okay.
D8 actually.
A D8.
Yes.
Uh, 3.
All right. Roll a D10.
Ooh.
2.
Roll another d10.
I just rolled 2d10 and a d8, and I got 7s on all of them.
And
That's a
more
3.
d10.
One more D10.
This is ridiculous.
That's an 8.
All right. It takes you about an hour and a half, but you manage to shake out 238 gold pieces from the box.
Hey, look at that.
Nice.
Is the box empty or is it still got gold in it?
It is now empty.
Yay, we can afford a translator.
Hey.
Theoretically, there could have been what was that?
3d10 and a d8.
No, that first number, that D8, was how many digits?
Oh, gotcha. So
Uh,
3d10 and
3d10 was because
oh well.
you rolled 3 digits.
So 8. Oh,
It could have been 8 digits worth
8d10.
of gold. Theoretically, if you rolled max on everything, well, not a 9 would have been max really. A 10 would have been represented as 0. Theoretically, you could have gotten, was it 99,999,999 gold.
Do we try again in the morning with the box?
I'll let you guys try one more time in the morning.
I like this box.
I'll say the box is not quite empty, but it's the most you could get out of it right now.
Perfect.
It does mean that you're going to lose digits, and tomorrow will only be a D6 for how many digits.
Yeah.
But you have enough for a
Alrighty.
translator.
Buy
Paying
the
for
translator. We can finish Pebble's paperwork, which I have because I've been doing all of their writing.
I'll add 38 gold to Bubba's inventory for the remainder.
So like tomorrow we try again, and it's like I immediately roll a D6, and it's just like fuck.
You roll a 1 on the D6, you got 3 more gold. That's it. That's everything that was in the box.
Roll a 6 on the d6, and we just go get our own airship or our own spelljammer.
Yeah, that'd be awful too. Yeah, but with that,
Captain Bobo.
you manage to get a translator who helps you fill out the remainder of the information for you. You inform them that your other compatriot has been searching for a church and is currently likely there praying or doing whatever whatever paladins do. So all you know is that it needs to be filled out in Celestial. With that, you finish filling out that information. Your party is able to take the aptitude test, which confirms all information that you put onto the paperwork with some corrections for embellishment. And then one of the paperwork is set aside so that Pebble can come and do their aptitude test later. And it is said that you now, in order to get your guild cards, you must first state what the name of your team, what the name of your group is, your party, and then it is 5 gold pieces per card. Have it printed, and it will take roughly a week for the guild cards to be finished.
Okay. So what are we calling ourselves?
The war crimes. Old Haberchoos are our mascot.
The gas blasters.
I was gonna call.
Chemical
I was gonna suggest we call ourselves Hazard Brew.
I like it.
Hazard pay.
Let's go with hazard pay. Hazard pay is funny.
Pebble's suggesting anarchy.
No, that's what we'll call the bottles we fill with Haberchew gas.
Now, a person can survive in a bag of holding for 10 minutes before they start to strangle, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, roughly.
A medium
What if I
creature.
shit in the bag and then shoved someone in it?
The amount of air in the bag remains the same. It is on their constitution and their willpower alone.
Oh.
So then it become the bag of holding becomes pressurized. So when you open it up, they're launched out.
So we may have an enhanced interrogation tactic
We
for the future.
I don't know if Bella will agree to you shitting in her bag of holding.
Yeah, no. Get your own bag. If you want to do that, you gotta get your own bag of holding.
We'll,
Hey,
Well,
Bella,
actually,
can
we'll save that for the BBEG.
You gotta call gas blasters.
when the BBEG is a dragon or some other large creature it eats Haberchew, we're like, no, don't do that. Oh, five,
no.
4, 3. Oh, that
Terrible
happened a little earlier than expected.
Terrible indigestion
Oh,
on both parts.
I'll just cast grease in there and come out the other side.
I will say, if you guys want to pay the gold now, it'll cost you 25 gold for the whole party. We can decide on the name and have that set for the name of next session's stream.
sounds good.
Because I
Okay.
think here is a
Mav's gonna
just
try to
wrap
get
up.
Bella to mend the bellows.
Bella, would you mind
Well,
mending
you
the
could
bellows?
technically hand it to me now, and I would do it. But
Yep. He's gonna just hand them
That's
over.
exactly
Hey, can
what
you
he's
fix
asking.
these?
Is it possible to cast Mend on a cloaca?
It's possible. Arcane lock on his cloak.
We'll get that
No,
wonder
it wouldn't.
glue or whatever.
It wouldn't work. We've already discussed it. Nose knock.
okay, so let me just make
Fair
cast
point.
mending. Okay, so I'm going to cast mending on the bellows.
Correct.
How do I cast it?
It is a cantrip, so it is just at will. You just cast it. You repair a
okay,
single
no.
break or tear in an object you touch, such as a broken chain link, 2 halves of a broken key, a torn cloak, or leaking water skin. This falls under
I got that
leaking water
courtesy of the cleric spells.
Yep. As long as
Yeah.
break is no larger than 1 foot in dimension, which it's not, you mend it, leaving no trace of the former damage. It can physically repair a magic item, but it cannot restore the magic to such an item. So you repair this
Yeah.
magic item.
Magic.
Magic.
Magic item.
We'll hunt for some sovereign glue. That'll be a long-term goal to use on Haberchew.
Just get some cork, it's fine.
Just
Yeah.
plug up the bunghole. We'll let it out when he starts to inflate like a balloon.
Awesome.
For a group thing,
Hey,
how about
hey, Bubba,
Paraphimosis?
look. No.
What was that?
For the group name, Paraphimosis.
No. All right. Thank you
I
everybody
like-
for
You
watching.
can't
This
use,
has been a
you
great
can't use
I
stream.
like
big
your-
words. Your
I like your
party
funny
members
words,
can't
Magic
read.
Man.
I think this is a
Oh, you
great
should-
place to end.
Well, Google image search Paraphimosis. It's a fun
Okay.
time.
Don't listen to anything you have to say. Don't
Wait a
do it.
second,
It's not
I'm
worth
getting
it.
ready.
And
So we were playing Cards Against Humanity, and someone asked, "What does?"
Hey, look, it
Smegma mean?"
autocorrected. Yeah.
we will. Oh, whoops.
I'm sure you'll find the button one of these days.